Whoa! Jeez Louise. What was that? What is that? It's a comment right here, slap bang in the middle of the piece, from Joe Miller. And he wants to know if I can make a clip on how to do an emergency brake or how to react correctly in case of a critical situation. Whew, all right, well, let's get to that right now. But next time, guys, can we put the comments just in the box down below? Almost took me out there. Okay, so that question is going to kind of address a couple of things. So firstly, I'm going to talk about how having the correct stance is going to put you in a position where you can kind of react to what is going on ahead, so you can quickly change direction with your board and get it going where you want. Because, you know, this critical situation, it could be someone falling in front of you, it could be a lump of snow you want to avoid, a bit of ice, it could be anything. So first we're going to go over about how having the correct stack posture is going to help you avoid those scenarios in the first place. But then other times, like when that comment just dropped there right in front of me, you might literally have to hit the brakes real quick. And that is when we actually use a little bit of counter rotation to get us to make what would be a speed check if you don't fully come to a stop, or what we could also use to help us make a real quick emergency stop on the toes or on the heels. So starting off with getting the correct posture, basically you want to have shoulders, everything. Just make sure I don't hit anyone on the piece over there with my camera. Have shoulders and everything dead in line with the board. You should always have a slight bend in your knees, and this is what we call a kind of stacked posture. You're stacked, your center of mass is quite low over the board, and from this position it's easy to get wherever you want. If I want to kind of bring the board round more onto my heel edge, I'll just pull that front knee round that way. If I want to get back round onto my toe edge, I'll just push it across the board like that. So let me just demo a little bit of that for you. So knees bent, equal pressure through both feet, and I can just quickly go heel edge, back to toe edge, back to heels. Someone's over there, I want to come around here. Let's avoid this skier, we can give him a wide berth. There's a couple more skiers here. We ride around them, and from this position it's really easy to get the board going wherever you want it. Someone sat down here, I can go behind them, avoid the snow cannon right here. And I've made a few videos, I'll stick one up here and I'll put all these helpful videos down in the description box below as well, sort of going over how you really get into that good posture and how you get these knees to really work for you to help you avoid any situations. But yeah, really dialing that in, and just kind of the simple thing of keeping your head up, looking where you're going all the time is going to help you avoid most kind of dodgy scenarios, basically. You know, once again right now I'm like, okay, change direction, I want to come through here. There's a sign there. Get out of the way of that. It's a bit icy, I just want to push the board around in more of a skid. What's going on here? There's like a tunnel, I can duck down and still maintain good posture, good control of where I want to go. So that's the kind of first element to avoiding these crashes, making sure you've got a good solid stacked posture that's going to allow you to turn the board where you want it. But then say immediately you need to hit the brakes pretty hard like that and slow yourself down. Well, that is where we get onto using counter rotation, which, to be honest, is not something you normally want to bring into your turns. You don't want to sort of counter rotate your body. That is where your arms go one way and your board goes in the opposite direction. So you can kind of see right now my arms are pointed one way. If you drew a line with my arms, they're the complete opposite to what my board is in. If you looked at me from above, it would make like a positive sign, but normally when we're riding, we should be in like a negative sign, like that. But just like there again, doing this, getting into this counter-rotated position can be good to help you quickly make emergency stops. And the reason it works so well is because you can turn that board into a skid really quickly, because you're basically turning against yourself. Your upper body winds one way and your lower body winds the other way, and that also then creates a spring which we can then unwind when you're ready to keep going to get the board going back in the same direction. So I'll run you through this first on the toe edge, but really it's quite simple. So I've got a bit of speed, and just watch how I'm going to kind of almost bring my right hand to meet the nose of my board. If I wasn't holding this camera, I could also pull this left arm back a little bit more, but it's just your upper body goes completely in the opposite direction to your lower body, meaning you can go from being suddenly quite fast to very quickly hitting the brakes. Now, you might be on a slope where you're already a little bit on your heel edge, so let's come over here and do that. So you're already on your heel edge and you want to hit that quick stop. It's the same theory, but this time you just swing in the opposite direction. This time it's like my front arm is coming to meet my back foot. Just like that. And that allows you to really quickly slow yourself down, but also it means you get to keep the same line on which you're going. You're not kind of, imagine you're right at the side of the piece, like here, and you want to quickly stop. It's not going to send you off the side of the piece. You're going to stay in exactly that same line that you're in. So there's lots of people around you, you know exactly where you're going to stop. And this has other benefits too. You'll see a lot of people, they use this in the park. They say they're about to go in, hit a jump. You don't want to start making lots of turns if you need to slow yourself down, because that's going to put you out of line for the jump. But you can do one of these very quickly, and then it becomes what we call a speed check. So I'm going in for the jump, I've got too much speed, quickly hit the brakes, bring it back to normal, I'm still on my same line. You can do it on the toes as well. Okay, and one final kind of use for this, which I'll show you right now, which to be honest isn't really a use, but it's just a little bit of fun, is if you get good at doing these really fast, which I might not have enough speed right at the end of the piece here, but you can, let's give it a go. Woo! Make those fun cloud bursts where you spray up a whole load of snow and then you boost right through it. So, not really something to do there if you're trying to avoid a situation, more something to do if you're just trying to spray your mate. But don't know why I'm going through the park here, the baby park I would say. A couple of fun little boxes. But yeah, thanks for that comment, Joe. It's good to know what you guys want to work on as well. So if you've got any ideas for any videos, anything you'd like me to cover, as always, drop them down in the comment box below. I've got a little notebook where I put all my favourite ideas, and you never know, yours could be one of the next video. So I hope that's helped. Ooh, just like there. Hope now you're going to feel a bit more confident that you can make these quick movements to avoid people. It comes from having this good stacked posture. That's going to allow you to make these quick edge changes, quickly pull the board in one direction and then back in the other. And then if things get really serious, bam, a little bit of counter rotation, just like that, can be used to hit the emergency stop button. All right, thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.